Hey there guys, welcome back to that sports stuff video. Today we're going to be talking about my rookies to watch in the 2024 to 2025 NFL season. Some guys that were not drafted in the first round, most of them not even drafted in the second round. There's guys that you're going to want to pay attention to, whether it's drafting in your fantasy leagues or just like if you see their name on your team, be very excited. So if you guys do enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post next. Let's get into this video. My top rookies to watch this season. So, starting off with offense. We have at quarterback Spencer Rattler for the New Orleans Saints. For quarterback, it was very hard to choose someone who, one, wasn't a first round pick, and two, could actually play real minutes this year. I think I can see a scenario where Rattler actually plays real minutes this year. I'm watching the preseason game of the Saints right now, and boy, does it look bad. It looks very bad. Most of the starters are playing for the Saints. The O-line isn't playing good. Receivers aren't catching. But most importantly, Derek Carr just not playing amazing. He's playing fine, very conservative, but not playing amazing. I see a scenario that if the Saints are 3-10, 3-9, and they're definitely eliminated from the playoffs, they go, you know what? Spencer Rattler, go out and play the last 4 games. Let's see what we got in our 5th round rookie. He has a big arm, just needs to put that together with his IQ and decisions. If he can really starts to realize sometimes you do have to take a dump off, sometimes you just need to sit in the pocket, take a sack. Don't always try and throw for interception. Try and throw a big play and it turns into turnovers. Just take the easy plays sometimes. If he did play the last 4 games, he'd be playing with house money. You're a 5th round pick. You're a rookie. Kind of like Aiden O'Connell. You play good, maybe you get to start next year. If you don't play good, you're a 5th round rookie for cheap. They're going to keep you. If he does start, I can see an opening day game where he throws for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. That's the type of game I can think I'd see from him. And you know what? Again, if they end up going 3-9, 3-10, and they go, you know what? We're not going to make it. Let's bench all of our veterans who are really old. Or let's even trade them at the trade deadline if we have 1 or 2 wins. Let's just trade everyone. Spencer Rattler, you're taking the reins. Congratulations, you get to play for the New Orleans Saints as a starter. I can see it happening. So again, guys to watch that are not first round picks would be Spencer Rattler. Next up, at wide receiver, we have Tez Walker from the Baltimore Ravens. He has a great route tree. Tez Walker was in my top 5, top 6 wide receivers in this class. He went to a great team that's going to get a lot of opportunities for these wide receivers. He burned defenses in the middle of the field from 10 to 25 yards. He was a great middle of the field receiver. Great yak receiver as well when it comes to that area of the field. Great size and great ball tracking in a wide receiver. Not a lot of run in the preseason so far. I don't know if there's a reason why, but he's just not getting a lot of targets, not even on the field really. Ravens.com does list him as wide receiver 6, their official, unofficial depth chart. Has him listed as wide receiver 6, so he should make the team. But I am a little worried why he's not getting any run in the preseason. Maybe because they know he's a lock to make the roster, so they're letting the guys who are wide receiver 7 and 8 battle it out. But yeah, Tez Walker, I definitely think is going to have a couple of great moments this year. I could see a Parker Washington from last year type of vibe from him, where towards the end of the year he gets a little bit more opportunity, ends up with 300-400 yards on the year, maybe a touchdown or 2, but showing promise towards the end of the year. I love Tez Walker. He was one of my favorite guys coming out of the draft. Then at tight end, we do have Dalen Holker. Again, another New Orleans Saints. A guy that I think is going to get a lot of run this year. He was my tight end number 2 this draft process. He went undrafted apparently due to age and injury concerns. There was something wrong with his knee when it was around the combine. There's some health issues. He's a reliable dump-off threat. He can block. I think they make the team for sure. He's currently listed as tight end number 2 or 3. I believe he's number 3, but tight end number 2 I've never heard of before. And I watch and look at a lot of football rosters and depth charts. Never seen that guy's name before who's tight end number 2. I think Dalen Holker will end up being tight end number 3. He was used/targeted heavily in the preseason so far. Again, I'm watching the preseason game right now. He's getting targeted quite a lot. And in the first preseason game, he had 3 catches for 24 yards, but he was targeted even more. He was a great run blocker. I think Dan Holker is for sure going to make the roster. And don't be shocked if we see a lot of 2 tight end sets with him and Foster Moreau. So Dalen Holker is my tight end rookie to watch. Next, we have offensive tackle. I think that's going to be Blake Fisher from the Houston Texans. I see a world where he actually could start a few games this year. He was a solid pickup in the second round from Houston. Really good pickup in the second round. Gives great depth behind Titus Howard and, oh my gosh, the left tackle, Laramie Tunsil. Howard last year, their right tackle, was hurt a lot of the last year, so they're running a lot of their backup tackle. I think if Blake Fisher has to play right tackle, he can play smoothly. I think he's definitely more of a left tackle, though. He'll be a swing tackle year 1. But Blake Fisher, developmental left tackle, but I think year 1 can play if needed. I expect good things from his usage this year. I'm not expecting him to play and start every game, but the snaps that he does get, I think he's going to be proved useful, and that in the future that he will be their future starting left tackle. But again, in my opinion, that does mean he's going to play swing tackle, play some snaps this year. So if you're a Houston Texans fan, know that Titus Howard, Blake Fisher for the future is more likely going to be a right tackle, left tackle, because you can't pay Laramie Tunsil forever. He's older. You got to start thinking of the future. I think Blake Fisher is going to prove this year he's the future of that left tackle position. Next, we have guard. I have Christian Haynes from the Seattle Seahawks. He was my #1 ranked guard pre-draft. I think he fell to the 3rd round. He was a consistent 4-year starter at UConn. He doesn't let his size hurt him. He actually uses it as his advantage to get leverage on defenders. He's a great run blocker, really good pass blocker. Had an 80 PFF grade in both areas. He's going to start for Seattle week 1. And Christian Haynes gives the vibe of someone that the minute they touch a starting position, they don't let go of it outside of injury. Like, there's just a couple of guys that you see in the league. The minute they touch the field, they never leave the field. Christian Haynes is one of those guys. Great run blocker, really good pass blocker. And for the Seattle Seahawks, who need better interior lineman play, I think the minute Christian Haynes touched the field week 1 of their season, he's never going to leave the field. So yeah, my rookie to watch is Christian Haynes. Next up at center, we have Zach Frazier, the center from Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a great pass blocker for Fields or Russ, whichever one will be the quarterback. I think it's leaning Russ right now with Fields for the future. He can use his core to anchor his feet and his stance, and then he rarely loses that leverage he causes from that anchor to defenders. He's going to be a dominant run blocker downhill. I think he's definitely more of a pass blocking center, but downhill running is where he was a specialty in his run game. Already beat out Nate Herbig at camp. He is the official starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, with Nate Herbig not only getting hurt, but also losing out in camp to Zach Frazier. Him and Troy Fontaine will be a really good pairing for the young future of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But yeah, that's all for offense. I don't know why it says that. Running back, I forgot to do. Not gonna lie, I forgot to do running back. I'm an idiot. I forgot to do running back. We'll skip running back, I guess. Defense. Defensively, at D tackle, I think Braden Fisk is gonna be my rookie to watch. He's playing with the LA Rams. He was my D tackle #4. I thought he had great value in the 2nd, 3rd rounds. He's a massive need for the Rams that he fills. Him and Kobe Turner will be a great duo for the future. Perrin, his teammate from FSU, they drafted as well. They already had Byron Murphy. The Rams did a really good job drafting the last few years. He's a great run defender, great pass rusher. I don't see the world where he doesn't rank top 5 in Defensive Rookie of the Year voting. I think just the way he plays ball and the fact that the aura of playing D tackle for the Rams post Aaron Donald. I think there's going to be a lot of looking at the Rams saying, how are they going to be after Aaron Donald? And Braden Fisk and Kobe Turner are going to make up for that. And they're going to say, whoa, Braden Fisk is playing amazing for a rookie. I don't see a world where he doesn't rank top 5 in Defensive Rookie of the Year voting. Great, like I said, great tandem with Kobe Turner. Braden Fisk more that pass rusher, Kobe Turner more that run stuffer, but both can swap off as well. I'm excited for what the Rams can do with Braden Fisk. Again, I think he's a great pickup, great value. With my D tackle #4, I had a 2nd round draft grade on him. I think he went in the 3rd, so they got great value for him. I love Braden Fisk. Hopefully he can do what I think he can do for the LA Rams. Next, the draft rookie to watch is Javon Solomon at edge for the Buffalo Bills. My diamond in the rough. I love Javon Solomon so much. I fell in love with him watching his film. He has everything a top rusher needs to succeed. The way he bends, the way he cuts with his arm to get offensive lineman arms off of his shoulders. The way he can just, God, he's just such a good pass rusher. I'm so mad he went to the Buffalo Bills, man. He's a great run defender, amazing pass rusher. He had 32 sacks the last 3 years, with 17 just himself last year. He averages 20 hurries a year too. Had 21 and 27 the last 2 years, respectively. 60 the last 3 years. He's just a pass rush demon. My comp for him was Zadarius Smith. And I think that's a great value for the Buffalo Bills to get Zadarius Smith basically on their team. I think they cut Von Miller, so Javon Solomon slots in very nicely. We saw in the preseason game of the Bills versus Saints, Javon Solomon owning Trevor Penning. I love Javon Solomon. He's going to be my diamond in the rough. Don't be shocked if you see 8, 9, 10 sacks from Javon Solomon in his rookie year. Don't be shocked. Then at linebacker, I do have Peyton Wilson as my draft guy to look out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers got a lot of guys on this list, man. They did a really good job drafting. Natural in coverage, I think he's a really good coverage linebacker. Good at run stopping as well. He had a talent to be a first-round guy. I was shocked that no linebacker went in the first. They all went in the 2nd and 3rd. Peyton Wilson, I thought, could have been a first-round pick. He had 6 sacks, 22 hurries last year. Really good blitzing linebacker. Can just play the game naturally and smoothly. Great rangy linebacker in a division with Lamar and Deshaun. Lamar obviously is, head and shoulders above Deshaun as a runner. But, when you have a guy who can be rangy and has the athleticism to go side of the sideline to stop Lamar, that's Peyton Wilson. That's Patrick Queen, who they signed in the offseason. Same with Deshaun, esque of him, where he can be, he can actually, use his legs to get the first down. Peyton Wilson would be a great guy for that. He had 26 coverage stops, which led college football last year at NC State. Great at run defending, great at pass defending, great blitzer. He's everything you want in a linebacker. He's going to have the green dot for the defense. The rumors from some of the beat reporters of the Steelers are saying that Peyton Wilson could have the green dot very soon. That's amazing for a rookie to get. I love Peyton Wilson. He was was another one of my draft gems. I think there's a really high chance that Peyton Wilson starts day one. They're not saying he's starting day one yet, but I think there's a chance that he beats someone out within a week or two of the season and becomes a starter. Next, we have at corner. I have Jarrian Jones, the cornerback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's improved every year in college. He was one of my guys that was in my, not my honorable mention, but like guys that I like at corner. He had 4 touchdowns. He had 4 interceptions with no touchdowns allowed the last 2 years. From his freshman year to his junior year, he changed a completely different player. He goes to a team needing another ball hawking corner opposite of Tyson Campbell. He moved around from outside corner to slot, and he dominated. So I don't know if he's gonna play slot corner or outside corner in the NFL. I think no matter what, he's gonna succeed. He's that type of guy. He keeps grinding until he succeeds. He's gonna start day one. He is officially listed as a starter. But they say they haven't listed the position. He's listed at both nickel corner and outside corner on the depth chart. So I don't know which position he's gonna play, but he is gonna start day one. I would like to see him on the outside because I think he can handle it. But if he is a slot corner, they drafted a slot corner in a third, which is a little high for slot corners. Usually you get them in the 5th, 6th, 7th to get the slot corners. But that's why I do think he's being an outside corner. But no matter what, I think Jarrian Jones is going to start day one, is going to play really well. I'm excited to see what he can do in the NFL. And lastly, at safety, I do have Tyke Smith for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, former Georgia safety. Honestly, this is the hardest position to choose. Who was a draft rookie that I am expecting to watch and get excited for? I love the safeties of this. Every year, I love the safeties because I love rangy athletes who can be corners, linebackers, or safeties. And Tyke Smith is one of those guys who's just a Swiss Army knife. He was the best safety in college football, in my opinion, for the last 2 years. We'll start opposite the best safety in the NFL last year in Antoine Winfield Jr. He had 17 coverage stops last year, which was 14th in college football. My comp for him actually was Antoine Winfield Jr. So the fact that he's now teammates with him, poetry, I think I could probably do pretty well in the Buccaneers front office. I see what type of player that they like. Expect Tyke and Antoine Winfield on the field at the same time, dominating the secondary. Great value for a good player. You got him in the 3rd or 4th round. Great value. I had a 2nd round draft grade on him. I love Tyke Smith. I can't believe that he went to the team that I actually thought should draft him, and he actually went there because the mold of player that they love is Tyke Smith. But yeah, that is my guys to watch in this season from the NFL draft. Again, quarterback is Spencer Rattler. Wide receiver is Tez Walker. Tight end is Dalen Holker. Tackle is Blake Fisher. Guard is Christian Haynes. Center is Zach Frazier. D tackle is Braden Fisk. Edge rusher is Javon Solomon. Linebacker is Peyton Wilson. Corner Jarrian Jones. Safety Tyke Smith. I feel dumb for not doing a running back. So let me just quickly go to the running backs drafted and choose one that I think could probably do it. I'm going to go Trey Benson for the Arizona Cardinals. He was my number 1 running back. You get him in the 3rd round. Great rangy athlete. I'm going to go Trey Benson at running back. I wish I would have done a slide for and talked about it a little bit more. But yeah, Trey Benson is my running back. Yeah, if you guys enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification button to be notified when I post next. Almost all my fantasy leagues are about to get ready to draft. So I'll probably make my ideal lineup or my ideal top 25 guys to draft in both dynasty and non-dynasty. I'll probably make that video coming this week. Don't want to put a date on it. But yeah, if you guys enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace and bye.